we have the first Leagues 5 reveal, and it is the Tier 1 relics. And I think this already puts a lot of things on its head. It might change up your strategies for starting out the league. Let's get into these. Let me know what you want to pick right now and which one you think is the most powerful. So I want to begin here with Power Miner. Upon choosing this relic, you'll receive the Echo Pickaxe. This pickaxe will act as a non-degradable variant of the crystal equivalent with no requirements. When this item is in your inventory or equipped, you gain the following benefits. On failing to mine a rock, you will have a separate 50% chance to succeed. Items gathered from mining are automatically sent to your bank. The Echo Pickaxe will cause the rock to not deplete until you have mined 4 ore. This buff does stack with the existing mining gloves with a cap of 7 ores from a given node. You will be able to toggle the following effects on or off. So already this is sounding amazing. It's making mining semi-AFK or more AFK. But on top of that, collected ores are automatically smelted and grant smithing XP. So they are fusing in the Infernal Harvest bonus. That is awesome. And then we have gems gathered from mining are automatically cut and grant crafting XP regardless of your crafting level. So this means gem rocks are now a way you can semi-AFK do crafting. That's pretty interesting. Now of note, we're not getting the double resources here. So just remember that. And then we get the Echo Axe. This is lumberjack. This act will act as a non-degradable variant of the crystal equivalent with no requirements. When this item is in your inventory or equipped, you gain the following benefits. On failing to chop a tree, you'll have a separate 50% chance to succeed. Items gathered from wood cutting are automatically sent to your bank. You'll be able to toggle the following effects on or off. Automatically burn logs for fire making XP. That's awesome, right? A lot of people don't like fire making. Automatically fletch logs into arrow shafts for fletching XP. So there, if you want a semi-AFK fletching, you can do that. Additionally, you gain the following benefits to fire making. Never fail to make fires with any logs at any fire making level. So that's a nice little bonus there. And then we get to one that's kind of a mashup a little bit. And I feel like what was added at the end here was because they viewed this one as weaker. You let me know what you think. Animal Wrangler with an image of a harpoon. And you will get the Echo Harpoon. This harpoon will act as a non-degradable variant of the crystal equivalent with no requirements. When this item is in your inventory or equipped, you gain the following benefits. On failing to fish a spot, you will have a separate 50% chance to succeed. Items gathered from fishing are automatically sent to your bank. Fish caught have a 50% chance to be automatically cooked, granting cooking experience regardless of the level requirements. So, they have nerfed it. It's not 100%. That really sucks. I'm going to say that right now. That sucks. That's not great. I wish it was 100% like the others, but we'll continue. Attempt to catch a fish 1 tick faster. Again, I believe last league, it was 2 ticks faster. So this is another nerf. Will also work for fish that don't require a harpoon to be caught, and your harpoon will be substituted as a net, big net, lobster pot, or any rod while fishing. So now it works for all fish, so this means that it is going to benefit if you want to do other types of fishing. Now, with that being said, I think they realize there's probably some issues with the 50% cook and things like that. So they have some other bonuses here that are taken away from Trickster. Alongside the Echo Harpoon effect, you'll get the following benefits to Hunter. Hunter traps will never fail. Box traps catch Chimchampas faster. Chimchampas are doubled when caught, also giving double XP. Impling jars no longer break upon opening them. Lastly, you never burn food when cooking. Now, if I'm supposed to pick which one do I think is the strongest, I'm personally probably going to go with, in my opinion, Power Miner. Because people hate mining. People obviously, they obviously don't like having to do smithing when they have to get all the coal and all of that. So that's now not an issue if you use this for that. I think this is probably the strongest. Number 2, I would probably actually go with the wood cutting, because a lot of people hate fire making. Maybe there's not a good way to really do it in their region. They don't like fletching. I think it's pretty good, and it has the automatic 100% for both fire making and logs. And then we have Animal Wrangler. Only 50% chance to be cooked. 1 tick faster instead of 2 from last league, but they did add in the Chinchompas. I would say this is probably the weakest. I'm also going to tell you right now that I'm going to be taking Animal Wrangler. And if you're wondering why, well, at least as long as my current plan stands, my plan is to go Desert, Wilderness, and Asgardia. Probably not taking them in that order. So for me, this is very, very useful for a couple reasons. Number one, I gave myself a little goal I would like this league, and that would be to get the Temperos pet. So if I'm going to try to get the Temperos pet, even though it's just 50% chance to succeed and 1 tick faster, this is going to be invaluable. If I want to do public Temperos, I definitely have to have this. Last league, I didn't take Eternal Harvest. I took Trickster. I didn't take Infernal Tools. And I could not do anything with Temperos. Now, of note here, I'm not seeing any doubling of resources, but that's not to say, since they've separated these out, that's not to say we don't, well, I get double Chinchompas. It's not to say we don't get something later that offers doubling of certain resources, right? Like that could still happen in another relic, but that does suck. This is going to be a lot worse for me for my Temperos grind, right? That sucks for me. But also, we get the benefits of the Chinchompas. Now, why is that so useful? Well, my plan is to go range. And if I'm going to go range, I mean, I can get Chinchompas. Now, how useful are the Chinchompas in my region to level up range? Do I really need them for that? Probably not. But in the wilderness, it's just a little bonus that, or at least to keep it. There was a task to get, I think it was to get and equip 500 black Chinchompas. This makes that a lot easier, right? Makes my life easier. I enjoyed the Puro grind a little bit last league, so the Impling Jars are nice for me. I don't see another option for me taking it. It helps me with my range if I need it, if I go Chinchompas, if I go that route. And it also really helps me with the Temperos grind I want to do, getting my food under control. My thing is when it comes to, for example, when it comes to lumberjack, the wilderness bosses, unless I'm misremembering, they drop an absolute ton of logs. So I'm not like low on logs. I don't think it's really going to annoy me that much. If I have to drop them in, whatever, I'll deal with it to get my woodcutting level up. And as for mining, well, a big thing that I would have maybe thought about this, and just for my own sanity, is if it like automatically smith as well, like made that instant for your whole inventory, because I'm going to need cannonballs. But again, I have wilderness to get those, and I have desert, so instead of me using my smithing to do like smithing bars, and like using the bars from this, what I can do is I can use Giant's Foundry, and I can use the rune drops and things I get from the wilderness and the adamant I get from the wilderness, because I'm just going to get showered with it. And I think this is just not, for me, that useful. For me, I don't really care about lumberjack. I don't think it's that useful. The gem rocks are nice because I don't really like trading crafting, but I can do that. It's fine. I think I have to go with Animal Wrangler. And now if my regions change, that could shift, obviously. But I do think it's the weakest. I think it's the weakest in general. But differing opinions are probably out there. There's probably someone right now freaking out that no, even with the 50% chance, it's amazing and everything. And we don't burn food, so cooking's still a fast 99. What it does do, I will say, is this does make me consider desert as maybe my first region. Rush a whole bunch of fishing tasks, go to desert, and just for the fun of it, rush Temperos and see just how strong it is there. Desert's not a bad first pick anyway. Otherwise, my first pick, this won't be useful because I think I wouldn't take Asgarnia. I think I would take the Wilderness as my first pick. And as my first pick, I could go Chinchompas, I guess. Getting the hunter levels to get to Black Chins is going to be rough. I could do it. And then I could go to the Wilderness, get that task done, get you a bunch of points there. And I'd have the Chins to go train wherever I go in the Wilderness. So my plans are still a toss-up with the other relics and things. I like this, by the way. I really do. I really do like this. I like the split up. I think it's fine. I'm sure I know some people were hoping that Eternal Harvest and Infernal Gathering or whatever, they were hoping they were all just mashed together into one relic versus like Trickster. I'm fine with this. And if we get a Trickster style relic, maybe I'll take it, depending on what it's against, because I have Asgarnia this time. And even though I took the Trickster last time, double loot from pickpocketing's pretty nice, but we'll see. We'll see what we do here. This is a good start for getting me interested. I'm hyped. I wish this was a little stronger, but they got me. They got me liking it.